We hope you had an amazing holiday weekend, got some time to relax, laugh, eat good food, and recharge, because now it's time to get back to it. We've got another great show lined up for you today. We'll dive into the latest headlines, talk about what's trending, touch on entertainment and hot topics, share a little inspiration to help fuel your week, and of course, bring the laughs with our comedy clips. And as always, we're honored to have Ashley on vocals, bringing that beautiful voice and love to the show. So grab your coffee, finish that breakfast, or settle in wherever you're listening. Let's make this Monday count. This is Earth is Ghetto, and it starts right now.
What up, y'all? Happy Monday. The weekend went by as fast as per usual. But it was a nice weekend. My family came in town. Bestie came through. Watched the kids pop some fireworks. We actually got a lot of rain on the 4th, which is nice because I was worried that my air conditioner was going to be struggling with all the people at my house. But no, husband got on the grill. Family came to town. It was a nice weekend there. I'm getting my house back to myself. Praise the Lord. But it was a really good weekend. I can't lie or deny. Didn't nobody get hurt or nothing from fireworks. So that's the blessing. And everybody is safe and sound. Prayerfully, that is the case with you and your family. Other than that, y'all, I know one thing. Definitely tired of hearing the fireworks. Ready to wrap it up. Let's get into this news, see what we got going. So this lady, for her birthday, drove around and got every freebie. Listen, in this economy, it's not a bad idea. I love how she got her tub of popcorn, though. Cookies from Panera, nut and bun cake, queso from Moe's, more chips and guac from Chili's, cookies and cream cake from Publix. They hook it up down there for the birthday. Listen, in this economy, y'all need to start wising up and get those freebies, especially for your birthday. She can eat for a week on this. Free Starbucks. She wasn't playing with y'all. Coco Gauff is a Wimbledon quarterfinalist for the first time. I love Coco. At least 10 people have been rescued after a plane crashed into the East River in New York City. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce gave Cartier watches to their guests at their wedding. A mother who previously claimed that RFK Jr.'s vaccine unalived her 18-month-old twins has now been charged with their unalivements. Naomi Osaka eliminates number one Arenas. Anyway, she unseated the number one at Wimbledon. Go ahead, Naomi. Grand Canyon River rafting guide who aimed to become the first American woman to now cross the Pacific solo has completed a record-breaking journey from California to Hawaii. She did it in 43 days, and she broke the male and female record. That is pretty cool. Her arms are ripped. A Ford worker was fired after being accused of stealing a cookie, only for the company to later confirm he had paid for it. The employee declined and offered to return after losing his job of 11 years. He got a lawsuit brewing. So this story is really crazy. I've been seeing it, but I didn't know what it was going on. But this is out of Ohio. The police stumbled upon 16 children whose ages range from 1.5 to 18 years old, and they were living inside of a cramped room that doesn't exceed 13 square meters in a dilapidated house amid human waste, disastrous health conditions, after having lived isolated from the world for nearly 4 years. According to the authorities, the children weren't registered in schools or government agencies, and they were deprived of education, medical care, and contact with society, to the point that 7 of them were taken to the hospital and 2 were airlifted by helicopter due to the severity of their health conditions when they were found. After the investigation, they charged the father, the mother, the grandfather, the grandmother with endangering the children, and the prosecutor described seen as extremely evil and confirmed it's one of the worst things he's seen through his professional career. The investigators said the children were in shocking state because of years of isolation and neglect. And get this, even the neighbors confirmed they had no idea the children even existed. They'd never seen them outside the house before. And I guess like the 18-year-old can't even read or write. And the story's really crazy. The mom, who's up here in the left, she's had her first baby at either 13 or 15. So they're saying she was a victim of abuse. And it's going to be a crazy Netflix series or something. I mean, this is crazy. Secret Service nearly missed 102 chances to catch Trump rally Pew Pew Man. It's shocking, not shocking. Everybody saw the dude laying on the thing. This DoorDasher Pew Pew's an Amazon employee after the victim allegedly joked about his height. You know you can't be messing with them short people now. So this was funny. The DC storm made the white nationalists have to seek shelter inside of the African American Museum. So 5,000 Trump supporters had to seek shelter inside of the African American History Museum, which is just so funny to me. So they said Amish people be scamming. This dude is like selling carrots, but he's really just repackaging carrots from the grocery store and selling them. I mean, if people are dumb enough to buy them. Let's see. These are the white nationalists coming to D.C. for the America's 250th celebration. Paul Pelosi was charged with a hit and run in Napa County. First trailer for the Muhammad Ali biopic will be dropping on November 4th. Produced by Michael B. Jordan. Should be pretty good. Beyonce surprises fans with a new single, Morning Dew. Serena Williams withdrew from her doubles match with Sister Venus at Wimbledon on Saturday due to a right knee injury. She showed all the fluid they pulled off her knee. I mean, Serena, just sit it on down. I mean, it was a nice little paycheck they probably gave her, but is it worth it? The shoulder pain led this Texas dad to a cancer diagnosis. Part of Laguna Beach coast closes 4th of July weekend after 2,000 gallons of sewage spills into the ocean. That's insane. PlayStation discs may be going extinct and gamers could be in for a rude awakening. Bone Thugs-n-Harmony is set to receive their star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame on July 8th. A Cessna of USA pilot commemorated the 250th anniversary of America over Ohio on Friday with a message in the sky ahead of the holiday weekend. Ten-year-old boy accused of stabbing a Dollar Tree employee during an alleged robbery attempt. A 10-year-old? That's crazy. Somebody snapped a picture of Taylor and Travis getting married. Taylor was like, I'm going to have this bang for life. Taylor is never getting rid of her bang. The probability of you being born was 1 in 400 trillion. You are the sperm that won. Expert thrift shoppers purchases a $3 Laker warm-up jacket from a thrift store, and it is going to sell at an auction for $250,000. I wish I had that much time on my hands. Trump said no before, but he is now mulling over whether he gonna let Diddy out. A Houston man who reportedly records and posts social media videos of himself pew-pewing passerbys with a motorized water gun has been arrested and is facing assault. Like, come on, y'all, with these pranks. The 14-year-old drowns in a tragic accident while swimming at a beach without a flotation device. A mission to rescue one of NASA's Story space observatories from falling to Earth has launched on a daring, first-of-its-kind endeavor. Idris Elba says he lied about being American to land the role in The Wire. Interesting. I thought I had more news than that, but maybe not, and that's okay. It was a busy weekend.
Yo, excuse me, can you get me this as well? Appreciate that. Thank you.
She said, "Why you at it? Hook me up." I ain't mad at her. That was a smart move.
What y'all doing on the 4th of July? We cooking gator.
Gator. What's the point?
Day 43, becoming the first American woman to row solo from California to Hawaii. I am under 100 miles from Oahu, and I think I am finally ready to talk about this. Currently, as it stands, I am over 525 miles ahead of the current men's record. And I'm over 1,000 miles ahead of the women's record. So what that means is when I land, I will beat the women's record by 40 days and the men's by around a week. I did not expect this to happen at all. When I first started planning this row, I wanted to try to go for the women's world record, but I had no idea how long this was going to take me. There's been 9 people in total that have ever done a solo Mid-Pacific row. 7 men, 2 women. And the time difference between that is the longest time was 140 days and the shortest time had been 52 days. And in there, most people took about 70. So I assumed maybe I could get into the 70-day. If I got into the 60-day region, I'd be really excited. But really, no part of me thought it was within my ability to break the men's record. But I trained my butt off, and I wanted to do the best I could, so I prepared in every way possible. But I was coming for the women's record. But after like the first week, like probably a week and a half getting off the coast, I realized I was ahead of the women's record and on a really good pace. And just for fun, I did a little bit of math to see what type of mileage I would need to do a day to break the men's record. And I had that number, and I just kind of put it in my back pocket and just tried to reach that number every day without ever really thinking that too hard about it, that was something that I could possibly do. But every day, for the most part of this row, I've been able to get that number or surpass it. And it's been really hard for me to even kind of like absorb that this is happening. And it took me a really long time to allow myself to even believe it. Most of the time of this row, I spent my time just kind of talking myself out of the fact that I was ahead of the record. I know it's a pretty human thing, but it's also a very female thing to discredit your abilities even when you're doing them. And I did. I spent most of the time just saying, well, you're gonna bonk, you're gonna bail, something's gonna happen, you're gonna slow down. But in the last, week and a half, I really started to believe that this was possible, and to accept that, like, maybe this could happen for me. And I think it's going to take me a while to really absorb that this is happening, but at this point, it's going to happen. I'm going to get to Oahu, and I'm going to be the fastest person to ever have rode the Mid-Pacific solo. And it's a crazy feeling to have this moment when I didn't even expect fully to break the women's record. Coming out here, I just wanted to do my best, and I trained my butt off, and I prepared in every way I could, but I had no expectations of this moment. But I'm so grateful for this moment. So yeah, this is huge for me for a lot of reasons. Just want to say thank you, and I want to say thank you to people that believed in me because I didn't for a while. But it looks like it's happening now.
Pretty awesome stuff.
People go, oh yeah, 2 girls because your husband is such a girl dad, which is a fun way of being like, your husband's a huge pussy. I could not imagine that guy raising a man, and I'm like, I know, I would have had to do it. Because one time my husband looked at me and said, knitting seems cool, and I was like, oh. I was like, this is why we had to do IVF. No, I love my husband. He is very cool. He was high when I went into labor, though. That's what I'm working with, okay? I'm 9 months pregnant. My husband pops a gummy, and he's like, I probably shouldn't do that while you're this pregnant. And I was like, you probably shouldn't. Like, fuck, what is wrong with you, you know? So, of course, 20 minutes later, I go into labor, and he's like, well, I can't drive. And I'm like, well, I can't either. So we had to call other men to take me to the hospital. And I know that this makes him sound like a deadbeat dad. I promise you he's not a deadbeat dad. He's just so emotionally unavailable. And he takes drugs. He takes drugs to be a real person, so. I like the laughter, but it does hurt a little. He's a really cool guy. He's the smartest man I know, and watching him become a father, I've just watched that leave his head. It's very fun. It's very fun to watch a very smart man get so stupid. He is so dumb. He's so dumb now. Like, I love him. Very cool. Very dumb idiot. Very big dumb idiot. Big guy. Dumb. So here's the thing, okay? Listen, this man could tell you everything about politics, everything about every country in the fucking world, but this man looked at me the other day and said, where do we keep the milk? And I was like, what? The milk? Where do they keep the milk? The milk, the thing that's been kept in a fridge for a fucking millennia? The thing with the cow on it in the fridge. The milk. We're not in Europe. It's not on the countertop, okay? The milk, what do you, like, truly and honestly, I go into labor 2 weeks early, okay? So we had to go drop our older daughter off at the neighbor's house. We get back, we go to the hospital, we have a baby. The next morning, we wake up and he looks at me and he goes, one of us should probably get back home to Goldie. And I was like, one of us probably should. Could I stay at the hospital, sir? Kind of hooked up to a lot of shit here.
I hope she's telling a joke.
Bring me, oh, bring me, oh, bring me. God damn, babe. Bring me when we what?
Like, I know how to do everything. That man in the background was cracking me up, but he was like, when they hired him, I could tap, I could this. Like, he wasn't bad on the little trumpet or saxophone or whatever, but the tapping, the tap dancing, the voice.
Are you in love? I am in love. Are you in love? I'm in love too. I agree.
If you didn't have an excuse before, you do now. Skip the salad because it might have cyclospora. It's a parasite. Usually you find it inside of lettuces, raspberries, mixed bags of produce, and it's in 17 states. And so far, 20 people have been hospitalized. It causes massive diarrhea, bloating. The good news is it's not spread from person to person. The even better news is it's super, super easy to treat with just a little bit of Septra DS, an antibiotic. Skip the salad, eat the ribs, don't get a parasite. If you didn't have an excuse before...
The way that, like, eating healthy is almost dangerous.
So this may be TMI for some of you, but could also save some of you your lives. This is why you don't get implants. So I had to save these for 5 years because of the serial numbers on them, in case I was able to get money out of it, because a bunch of people did a big class action lawsuit against them. These are saline, and they look like this when they took them out of my body. That's mold. That close to my heart. So I'm gonna throw them away because it's been 5 years since I've had them removed. But this is my PSA. That saline doesn't mean safe. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
But I remember when I was little, my mom, she used to be like a video vixen or whatever. She used to like date rappers. The whole time she was just getting fucked on by these niggas. They wasn't even really dating her because they never claimed her. She used to go backstage and stuff like that. I remember we walked through this long ass venue. It was a bunch of people on stage doing concerts and stuff like that. We walked all the way to the back, and I guess it was like Ludacris backstage shit where she was dating Ludacris at the time. We go back there, she see the nigga, and then we leave. And then it was the same situation where she was dating T.I. We went to Cascade for King's birthday. We went to the back to see King open his presents and stuff like that, and then we left. She didn't even buy us skates or nothing. And what's crazy is T.I. bought out the venue. We could have got skates for free. It's just the fact that she was showing us off like a purse because she looked so young that she had to prove to the niggas that she was fucking, that she had kids so she could get more money out the niggas, and she wasn't even helping us with the money. Wasn't even paying bills or nothing like that with the money because my stepdad was paying the bills, but he wasn't staying with my mom because she would force him to stay with his mom or stay wherever he was staying because she didn't want him staying in the house so she could fuck other niggas. Really, she was cheating on him with my dad while my dad was cheating on my stepmom. And then he would drive all the way 12 hours to come fuck my mom. And then be bullshitting and stuff like that where they was emailing back and forth and shit. Talking about they was finna get married and my stepmom caught that goofy ass. And then they ended up having to fall out and stuff like that because of my stepmom because he had to get his shit together. Whole time, she's still doing this shit back and forth with these rappers and stuff like that behind my stepdad back while he paying her bills. And she leaving, doing red carpet events and shit like that. I don't know what the fuck she was explaining to him, but we was at the house by ourselves, where he couldn't come watch us and shit like that because she didn't want him to know what she had going on. So we would literally be at the house by ourselves. Me, my brother, and my sister just sitting in her bed crying, waiting for her to get home. And this bitch on planes going across the country, doing red carpet events, meeting up with Gucci Mane and fucking T.I. and all these people where I remember at one point in her life, she was just a fucking threesome for T.I. and Tiny where she was going out her way to get fucked on by these niggas. And then she had Bow Wow friend Cleo, the nigga from Hole, Zero. He had took me to Chick-fil-A and gave me a Chick-fil-A sandwich and shit like that. Told me that I need to be a better kid for my mom because she trying so hard. No the fuck she not. This bitch is giving out coochie. That's all she was doing. That bitch wasn't doing shit for her kids. That bitch was going out her way to have fun and give out coochie to niggas so she could have money and have all this shit because she was pretty. And then I remember it was a time where she brought us around Gorilla Zone and shit like that and was trying to introduce us to this nigga and we didn't know who he was. So she had to apologize to the nigga because she felt bad that we didn't know who the fuck he was. I'm like, bitch, nobody give a fuck. We need our mom. We want you to take care of her.
The music is frying me, but somebody said, see kids pay attention. Somebody said it's Miss Laura. They said he needed to get it off his chest. Somebody said, baby, this is a lot. Are you okay?
The tow hitch is going to automatically pop out of the bumper.
No.
The tow hitch is going.
No, for real. Paramedics is sick of y'all.
Y'all know how I know I ain't shit? I be really telling these niggas like, oh, I'm gonna get you home. I'm gonna flip you upside down. I'm gonna fold you like a chair. I'm gonna split you like a pretzel or some shit, you know? But meanwhile, I take Lexapro. Can't get it up and shit. Y'all know.
Welcome to A Scientist and Two Engineers Take a Walk. I'm Les Johnson, the physicist.
Jim Bell, nuclear engineer.
Ken Roy. Today we're talking about the Fermi paradox. Why haven't we made contact with alien life? I'll start us out by saying I think that we are too far away in both distance and time, and it's not likely that there's a civilization out there overlapping with ours that's anywhere close. How about you, Ken?
I think the answer is a little bit more subtle. I think we're in a simulation. We're not in reality zero, and whoever's running the simulation doesn't need us to run into aliens just now.
Well, I'm going to go with biology. I believe one of the best candidates for the great filter that's causing the difference is the fact that only once in the history of evolution on our planet did two cells merge to become one animal. And that's where the mitochondria come from. That's only happened once in evolution, unlike wings and talons and eyes, which have happened multiple times.
So there you have it. We appear to be alone, but are we? This has been an episode of A Scientist and Two Engineers Take a Walk.
They really confused me so bad. But, you know.
Oh, can we get ice cream after this? Oh, can we get ice cream?
If you go to Miami with the Woo Lady, you're going to get sex trafficked. Don't do it. You go to Miami with some lady, she introduces you to a man. You're looking for that man to introduce you to other man, to spend on you and buy you things, all for your coochie. You gotta fuck them. Y'all know that? Do y'all care? Like, why are you trying to go to Miami with Woo Lady? This is really some Ghislaine Maxwell shit. Did y'all even look at the Epstein files? Like, did y'all even take a peek? I'm wondering. She up 1,000 ebooks off y'all. This shit too easy. She's packaging prostitution as an opportunity. And why the fuck is y'all opening it? I better not see y'all in Miami trying to find Woo Lady, cause baby, we ain't gonna find you. You're gonna be gone somewhere in fucking Cuba. And of course the trick's gonna gift her. They not gonna gift you like that. You not bringing as much fresh meat as her. That's what she doing. She bringing fresh meat into Miami. And here y'all go. T-bone steaks. Y'all don't give a
Woo Lady. I did see some disturbing stuff in Miami when I went before with young girls, and I was like, eeh.
You want to hear some small town gossip in a town you ain't never heard of? Of course you do. All right, so let's get into it. So there is this couple that is married in my little hometown here. They ain't been married very long. They've been dating a while, but they just recently got married within like a year or two, right? Well, anyway, the husband tells the wife, hey, let's, spice it up. I want to do chuckling. Or chucking, or looking, I don't know. I had to Google it, and that is not coming out of my mouth. Y'all gonna have to look that up yourself. And I read that, I about died, children. But anyway, the wife said, absolutely not. No, not happening. I ain't doing that. Well, the husband gets really mad, and they get into it and all the things, but she, stand firm on it. She wasn't doing that. Well, anyway, she gets home one day. You ain't never gonna believe it. She gets home one day, and he is in the bed with another man. Children, shut the front door. Well, in his case, the back door. But listen, ain't no judgment here in the club. We are all fam. But I was shocked. I mean, what the crap? But I guess it all makes sense now that he wanted her to do that and sit back and watch other men. What in the world? It's always
in the club. We all fam. We are fam. We'll be back. Inspirations on the way. Y'all stay blessed.
Michael, no overflow. Y'all too quiet for me. No weapon that is formed against you will prosper. Here's the part that blessed me. And every tongue that accuses you in judgment, you will condemn. I'm going to read it again. No weapon that is formed against you will prosper, and every tongue that accuses you in judgment, you will condemn. Now, I want you to listen to this real quickly. Okay, it's going to take me 4 weeks, so I need you to rock. I'm so crazy about this message. I'm almost tempted to preach here tomorrow night by myself and just stream it because it's in my spirit. No weapon that is formed against you will prosper. Every tongue that accuses you in judgment will be condemned. Here's the part that now that I'm 40 is blessing me the most. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication is from me, declares the Lord. Look at somebody on your row and say, neighbor. I don't think y'all got it yet. Find another person. Say, neighbor, since you're favored, do me one favor. Move different. You may be seated. I want to talk. That blessed me from the topic, move different. Move different. And everybody said, amen. No weapon that is formed against you will prosper, and every tongue that accuses you in judgment you will condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication is from me, declares the Lord. I want you to leave here with 1,000 notes. Take really good notes. Note number 1, the enemy fights anointed people differently. I don't think you heard what I just said right there. The enemy fights anointed people differently. So what does that mean, PMJ? You're not just dealing with obstacles. When you're anointed, sometimes you deal with opposition. Did you write that? You're not just dealing with obstacles, you're dealing with opposition. The greater your calling, the more strategic the attacks become. The enemy doesn't use the same tactics on everyone. He tailors his attacks based on your gifts, purpose, and weaknesses. This is why I'm having church by myself already. You can't compare your battle to somebody else's. It's because the devil tailors his attack based off of your gift, purpose, and weakness. Please put that in your notes. Your attack was crafted based off of your gift, purpose, and weakness. This is why you can't compare your battle to everyone else's. Michael, I might run. Because your fight is different because your future's different. Michael, your fight is different because your future's different. The reason your attack is different than their attack is not based off of where you are, it's based off of where you're going. Which means he intensifies your attack because he peeked over into your future and realized if I don't stop them in March, by November, I won't be able to do nothing with them. Which is why you got to stop allowing people to convince you that something's wrong with you. You catch hell because something wrong with you. I don't catch hell because something wrong with me. Sometimes I'm catching hell because something's right with me. I'm preaching to 7 of y'all and y'all missed it already. Your fight is different because your future is different. And I'm going to say this and only 3 of you going to catch this. My future just took a radical shift because I made a decision in my present to stop running from what he called me to kill. I don't know who I just preached to in here. That's why I can't ask you to high five your neighbor because you don't know what their future look like. See, every now and again I can shout with you because we believe in God for the same stuff. But on this particular point, I can't shout with you because I'm not sure you're willing to do what I'm currently doing. More in the monitor. So this next praise ain't for a house, it ain't for a car, it ain't for a promotion, it ain't for money. My next praise is God equipped me so my future is intact. Am I preaching to anybody? If we're going to be equipped, put this in your notes, we have to understand the difference between obstacles and opposition. That's rich. Obstacles and opposition. If we're going to be different, this is heavy. You have to understand the difference between obstacles and opposition. What does that mean, PMJ? A lack of spiritual intelligence, it's on the screen, will cause you to confuse obstacles with opposition. A lack, here's a word you're going to hear us say for the next 30 to 60 days. You might want to go ahead and write it. Spiritual intelligence not street smarts, not book smarts. The devil will put stuff in your life that the school didn't teach you, and he will take you through stuff that streets can't fix. Am I preaching to anybody? It's called spiritual intelligence. A lack of spiritual intelligence will cause you to confuse obstacles with opposition, which leads to either unnecessary frustration or wasted energy. I'm trying to be dignified today. And what I can tell you is the frustration you feel right now may be unnecessary. You may be unnecessarily frustrated and exhausted because you're wasting energy putting a strategy together for opposition that was really an obstacle. Because how you approach opposition and how you approach an obstacle ain't the same way. All right, so watch this. Why, Pastor Mike? Listen to your boy. Because not everything in your way is the enemy. Did you hear what I just said? Not everything in your way is the enemy. Some things are meant to develop you, while others are designed to destroy you. I'm gonna mess you up. Why do you need spiritual intelligence? Because if you don't have spiritual intelligence, you're gonna be busy spending your whole week calling some a devil that's really development. You need spiritual intelligence because you're finna spend the rest of your week calling some a hater that's really a helper. You're gonna be calling stuff that's an attack really an assignment. See, the reason I gotta grow spiritually and get spiritual intelligence, because I don't wanna hit something I should have held on to. I don't wanna hold on to something I should have beat up. Michael! I'm preaching to 3 of y'all. That's why 7 of y'all stressed out now because you fell in love with your assignment. Just because your assignment was attractive, you were never called to love it, you were called to lead it. Michael! So put this in your notes. Obstacles, are you writing? Obstacles, opposition. All right, I put a chart. I hope they can see the chart. There it is. Obstacles, we're going to school. Obstacles, opposition. Y'all didn't even try to take notes on that. Y'all just put, All right, make sure you get a good picture of me too. Y'all be posting me looking bad. So obstacles, opposition. Look at this. Obstacles, what's the definition? An obstacle, you can leave that up for a second. An overflow, make sure they can see this. I don't know how they're going to see it in overflow. I tell you what, because I hate coming off the screen. Just put it, however you got to put it, overflow. Y'all just stay with me if you can hear my voice. Obstacles, challenges that test your ability to persist, grow, and develop. That's the definition of an obstacle. What's the definition of opposition? Attacks, specifically designed to stop or derail you from fulfilling your purpose. You missed it. What should your notes read, okay? Obstacles are challenges. Opposition is attacks. Obstacles, what's the source of the obstacle? Life, God's process, or natural circumstances. What's the source of an opposition? The enemy, spiritual warfare, people used by the enemy, or systems set against your purpose. Do you see that? Do you see that? This is why you gotta have spiritual intelligence. Because if you call an obstacle opposition, you're gonna be fighting against God. Because God sends obstacles. The enemy sends opposition. Which is why, Michael, thank you, put that in the notes, Leslie, which is why Jonah prayed, but God wouldn't stop the storm. Because the storm was opposition. I'm sorry, the storm was an obstacle. Who sent the storm? God. He's praying to God to remove something that he sent. Which is why some of y'all are stressed out because you're like, I fasted and I prayed and God was like, that was cool, but I sent it. Why would I remove it if it ain't done work in you? Am I preaching to anybody? God, Michael, will never take you out of something that he can develop you in. Why would God remove what he's placed in your life if he's trying to get something better out of your life? I'm preaching whether you receive it or not. Obstacles. What's the source of the obstacle? God. What's the source of the opposition? The enemy. What's the purpose of the obstacle? To prepare and strengthen you for the next level. What's the purpose of the opposition? To intimidate, distract, or destroy you before you reach. Are y'all sitting in the same church service as me? I wish I had somebody in overflow who could see somebody in overflow shouting and then tap them on the shoulder, then take some of y'all out of the sanctuary and then move you to overflow, because y'all looking at me like I'm not preaching today. The purpose of the obstacle is to prepare. The purpose of opposition is to distract. The response to obstacles is you overcome obstacles through wisdom, patience, and discipline. You overcome opposition when you discern opposition and fight it with spiritual strategy, not strength. I'm finna run. That's why some of y'all exhausted. You just like your pastor. All of us need to grow up in God. You just like your pastor. You done took on some of your pastor's traits. I'm strong. I can take a lot of stuff. I can take it. Hear me when I say this. I can go through hell, high water, anything you think of. And I got this unique ability that when you see me, you're not going to be able to tell. But the older I get, the more I realize that's not healthy. Y'all miss what I just said. It's cool because sometimes you got to be strong. But look at the definition. Put the definition on the screen. Look what it says. It says you discern opposition, watch this, with spiritual strategy, not strength. So the reason I'm always exhausted is because I'm trying to outstrong opposition. Oh my God. I am preaching too good for my own church today. No. Put this in your notes. Why, Pastor Mike? Obstacles develop you. Opposition distracts you. Come back to me, Dre. Obstacles develop you. Opposition distracts you. That's your next note. Obstacles develop you. That's a lower third. Opposition distracts you. What does that mean? God says, I sent obstacles to your life because there's a part of you that is underdeveloped. Yeah, there's a part of you that's underdeveloped.